then we can always start with another song. Maybe. That's really good. How did it feel to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Changing things. Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm just trying to figure out, because like...
The levels are really good on...
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's about like getting it right for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because right now I'm playing with earplugs and then headphones.
Yeah.
Because loud.
I don't think you need that. It wasn't too loud when I didn't have a mega plug in.
Yeah.
So I couldn't hear my vocals, and I think maybe it's better if I
Yeah,
have one
these,
plug
if
in.
I put in one, that fucks with the whole balance of my
Yeah.
vocals, so it's like either with or without.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try without and see if that's too loud.
So I think we can,
Is it possible?
I reckon like less.
so for this next take we can do it.
Sorry.
Okay. Can you see it? Back. Oh, sorry. That's fine. I won't do it very loud at all. So Junodef interviews Karin, scene 1, take 1.
Yeah, I think it's the thing like looking into the camera,
Yeah.
that it feels like I need to be rehearsed and like ready with an answer, and I'm not, because I didn't want to rehearse it.
Yeah. My stuff is a bit complicated. There's a lot in my questions.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm struggling with.
I'm gonna ask straight direct ones, like one of the ones I'm gonna ask, and probably 2 questions, just like, how did you meet Tyra?
So Karin and I met in high school. So I didn't start in Karin's class in 7th grade. I started in another one where I didn't really make any friends, and I didn't really like it there. But Karin was in the other class in the same year, and we met, and I knew that she had a band that I desperately wanted to join.
And then we needed a new bass player for the band that I was in then, and our drummer had gone to nursery with Tyra, so he was like, oh yeah, she can join, she knows how to play the bass, and I was like, yeah, like fine, let's try it.
And then I swapped classes to start in Karin's class as well, which is much better.
It's like about making the documentary, so we want to see like the process of us making the thing. So it doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm really cautious as well, because I don't want to wear this for sound quality, but I don't want to then look back on the film and everyone thinks I'm like an anti-masker.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you want us to speak in Swedish or English with each other?
I think if you want to do Swedish,
So me and Karin had one band together. It was like a punk band, kind of, for a long time, for like 8 years. And then when that band broke up, we felt like we still wanted to play in a band together, the two of us.
We just wanted to keep writing. We were really into the same type of music. When we wrote music together, it just felt really right.
It was nice to have a band where we could just write any kind of song that we wanted to. And we would take the band in the direction of the sound of the song rather than the song in the direction of the band.
Me and Tyra were very different people. Our personalities are very different. But since we've grown up together, those differences have become more complementary to each other rather than something that drives us apart, if that makes sense.
We never have the same opinion about anything. So when it comes to choosing a picture as a press photo or whatever, it's you can it's 100% sure that me and Karin will have completely opposite opinions. It's very frustrating.
If we have a fight or whatever, we know that the intention is not bad. And yeah, I guess she's just, you know, she's a weird one. And I really, really value that a lot.
Camera rolling?
Yep.
Good? Okay. Junodef documentary, close take 2. And then, Aman, good? Junodef documentary, close take 2.
Whenever you guys are ready.
Always feeling guilty. Always feeling guilty. Tell me I can ease my mind, that you see right through me when I hide. Tell me where my body lies. And then we had a show coming up. Our drummer that we were playing with at the time had double booked, so he couldn't make it.
I don't know, it was a bit like for us, like, oh, please, can you have our band as the first band, because this is really important to us. But he'd been in the other band longer, etc., and those were his better friends.
And we were just looking around in our community to see like who can help us out with this short notice, and yeah, then we found Norea.
I remember that I loved their music. That was like my first, like when they sent me the songs and I was like, I love this, this is amazing.
We had our first show with her. She worked super hard to get everything right. We had a show like after 3 rehearsals or something, and she just absolutely smashed it.
And I remember that we connected, I think, hopefully, like the music that they're doing fits it quite well in how I am as a drummer, if that makes sense. The music is quite slow and heavy, and I think that I'm quite a slow and heavy drummer in a way.
Like bang so hard on the drums, and it was just like massive and like explosive. So we were just really happy. We're like, yeah, like we want Norea forever and ever and ever and ever.
Right away we were like, this is it. This is happening. Do you want to join? She was like, yeah, cool. I think Norea is a very creative drummer, and she has so much personality in her playing. Like, it's rare, I think at least, to find someone who like has such a distinct style of playing the drums. Like, she brings so much heaviness to the band and to our songs that you could never. Like, we write the beats in Ableton and stuff like that, but when she plays it, that's when we know what the song is actually gonna sound like. I think when the pandemic hit and the first lockdown hit, like, we had just come back from our biggest tour ever, supporting editors in Europe. So it was our first Europe tour. We were like really buzzed about having had that opportunity and like playing really, really big stages and everything.
So then you were like playing in front of thousands of people every night, pretty much. And then I remember that the venues that we played on, literally a week after we'd played there, they would shut down. So it was like an ongoing joke in the crew, like, oh, we're the ones bringing the corona. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. Obviously it wasn't us. I swear it wasn't us.
And it was very strange coming from that and playing like massive venues and being on a massive tour into doing absolutely nothing and going home to your parents.
It was weird feeling like this is gonna be our year, or like we're fucking killing it, you know, and then bleh.
I think this amp has been...
Something's
going on.
Is it still plugged in?
Has the power cable been pulled out by accident?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, I don't really remember what I felt like initially, apart from like, I need to get back to Sweden, I need to be close to my family.
I remember taking the decision. I think Karin called me in the middle of, like in the evening, and she was like, the last flight to Sweden leaves tonight. Like, everything's, you know, there's not going to be any more flights to Sweden. And
The lockdown started. Both me, Karin and Norea and Karin's girlfriend managed to jump on like the last plane to Sweden before they stopped going. Like Karin's girlfriend literally, I think, got the last seat on the last plane, which is very dramatic.
because I guess when it's something so much bigger than the band, if sometimes would feel a bit silly to be like, oh, but what about the band then? When people are dying, like, I don't know, it's a bit weird how to look at it and how to approach it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we try to just, not get into that headspace of like, what is going to happen, or we will never be able to, like trying not to stress out too much about it.
Because I guess with the like pandemic and stuff, just like I found that having like less distractions was kind of better. Because like, I was back in Dorset, it's like there's like nothing to do, so I would just do my job, and then I was quite busy.
I needed quite a lot of time to just like land again, and just because I've been so busy in London, it takes like a few months to just like, catch up on just being a human, if that makes sense. Oh wait, it's your good Karin.
Okay, green.
To be completely honest, and I know that's, I'm lucky in that sense, but I think that when lockdown hit, and I think we all were, to be honest, quite like burnt out and exhausted, and I think that we all desperately needed a break, and I think we all kind of needed, like I think in a way it was quite good for all of us to actually get kind of a break, if that makes sense.
We were all very, very tired at that point because we had all been working a lot. We'd had a lot of gigs before the editor's tour as well, and it was just a very stressful time leading up to that. So I think we all very much needed that break as well.
Go for coffee with you, I've socialized enough this year. I've been staring at the wall for years now. The spider in the corner just had grandkids. Though I swear.
Okay, so that song Åslag, it's just basically the name for the song is just like it's a name. It's like maybe an old lady's name. I think it's like Scandinavian, might be also Icelandic. I'm not sure. It's a nice name. I liked it. I wrote the song just when lockdown started, like in the first week, I think. And as I said before as well, we all pretty exhausted at that point. And I feel like I was a bit socially exhausted. So the song is actually about being a bit socially drained and not really wanting to hang out with anyone and just wanting to be on your own. Like very fitting song to write in the first week of a really long lockdown.
So much heavier, the lights are starting to fade.
I think that the chorus is a really like, not that we're gonna play big arenas, but if we did, that chorus is gonna be, and I don't like being loud. Like everyone's gonna sing along to it, I think. It's like very, I don't know. Because the song, our songs is maybe not the most like poppy or hook, like they're hooky, but it's not like pop songs really, but that song is like, it's very Junodef, but it's also extremely hooky and extremely kind of sing-along in a way almost, if that makes sense. I think anyway.
Thank you so much. Well, we haven't played in Brighton for years. It's so good to be back.
Good to be back. That's what I've been saying, like when we've been playing live gigs as well, like to everyone, like, it's good to be back. It's good to be back, isn't it? Yeah.
It's your song.
Huh?
Förlåt, det är mikrostumpa. Hi, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time for another love song. Love feelings and love and stuff.
Let's hope tomorrow never comes. We'll be this close forever.
Quite recently, we recorded 5 covers, and we recorded all of them in our bedroom.
I don't know, it's just something fun and easy about playing someone else's song. It's just a completely different thing, and it was a new experience as well. Just how to arrange someone else's creation.
Like extremely basic setup. Also, we didn't want to spend any money. We didn't have any money after the pandemic. It's not, you know.
I keep dreaming of falling from great heights with you.
Then we decided to do some videos with that, and so far I've done 3 videos, I think. Might make another one if I feel like it, but yeah. So I learned, what's it called? Final Cut Pro. Got like this 90-day free trial. I was like, oh, I'm gonna smash like 3 videos out. We just filmed whatever really, and experimented with some ring lights and put up a sheet in Tyra and Norea's kitchen and used that as a studio. And I mean, yeah, you can see the result is extremely DIY, but that's kind of the whole point as well, that we wanted to keep it personal and that you can kind of see like us.
The real challenge is to kind of have a full-time job, but also work full-time with the band. And just to find the time and the money to fit everything in that you want to.
Yeah, I mean, money is always going to be the problem, isn't it? Like, we don't have it. And it's really expensive touring. It's really expensive doing anything, really. Still, you know, we love the band, we love making music. It's also where our like identities are tied up to, so this band is not gonna be world famous, like, no. That's not a goal. We just wanna be able to like do what we do and also, you know, be able to pay our rent.
We came here, no one really knew who we were at all. And then I remember you would like email every venue and like ask people, hey, do you know any venues that we could play, you know, when you went out for a beer? And they were like, yeah, and you would just email every place, trying to make people book you. And then people were like, oh, okay, fine, you can play, you know, like that. And then the shift when now we're actually in demand and people contacting us and people are like, can you play, can you do that? Can I record a documentary about you?
The reason I want to keep going and just write music and play music is because even if I didn't have a band, I would want to spend most of my time off from work just writing music because it's what I like to do. It's just my favorite thing to do, really.
Yeah?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think that's a wrap.
As well.
Amazing. I hope it's gonna be all right. I
think it's great.
I'm gonna hate all of my answers so much, like I know it. But